I really appreciate you joining me for this special time that we set aside on Sunday. A beautiful day for self-reflection, self-awareness, inner reflection, inner guidance, inner healing. Sunday, which is ruled by the sun, can be used to help stimulate our solar plexus, which rules our confidence, our steadfastness, our self-esteem, our self-concept. All things lead back to self. Sunday is a day where energetically, cosmically, it is a beautiful day for you just to spend some time with yourself, being yourself, doing things for yourself, your highest self, your divine self. So as we spend this time together, as I said, about an hour, maybe less, maybe a little more, set an intention for this session to stir up the soul, encourage the soul, and help you to really embrace yourself. Set that intention. So just as a reminder, greetings everyone, first of all, in greetings. Thank you for joining today. Let me say a quick prayer, and then let's get into it. We give thanks for this moment, space, and time. We give thanks for the reality of God and what that really means in all of our lives. It means that there's always a possibility for expansion or growth or healing. It means that we can always experience abundance, wellness. It means that as we breathe, as we are here, as living, breathing beings, we have an opportunity to see God and to allow God to work through us and be a reflection of God. So we give thanks for the reality that is God. The reality that there's life force energy flowing through us, flowing through this earth. The same life force energy that governs the seasons, keeps the sun up in the sky, the moon up in the sky. The reality of God, that life force energy, that once you plant a seed, it gets to work. It begins to do what it needs to do for that seed to germinate and grow. That same life force energy is in that seed. And as it grows, it knows exactly what it needs. And it continues to reach towards the sun. We just give thanks in the moment for being divine beings, the beauty in that, the amazingness in that, the privilege of that, to have that grace, the unmerited favor over our lives. How grateful, how grateful. So we speak that this session will be impactful for those who are tuned in live and for those who watch it as a replay. And may something be stirred up in their soul that helps to release anything that no longer serves them. and energize that which needs to be energized in their very soul, so that we can walk upright, grounded in a firm foundation of truth, and courageous enough to walk our journey, even through the adversity. We know that it is already so. Ashe. Amen. I mean, so it is. Okay. So thanks. So greetings to those who are joining for the very first time. I appreciate you joining. And then peace to all of those who I see pretty much every Sunday. Thank you for joining again this Sunday. Just to remind, the purpose of this session that's offered by Oyun Ministries every Sunday for family and friends is to make an effort to expand our consciousness towards divinity. And why is this necessary? Oftentimes we feel like we are separate from God. We are separate from the Creator. When in actuality, we are one with it. It is with us, it is within us, it is around us, it is us. We are a reflection of it. We are vessels of it. And so the effort every Sunday that we come together is to expand our consciousness, our minds, our thoughts, our mindsets towards divinity, acknowledging that we are spiritual beings, divine spiritual beings, having a human experience, but reminding us what that really means, that we are divine spiritual beings. It means that we have access to the life force energy that created the worlds. It's always with us. It's always with us. It's up to us to choose to be with it. And that takes a level of lowering ourselves. It takes a level of stillness, quiet. It takes a level of reflection. Also, during these Sunday sessions, we want to remind ourselves of divinity and of absolute truth. Truths that can be expressed as everything is always working in my favor. Everything is always working out for me in divine timing, with divine providence and divine protection. Truths that can be stated as what we plant, our seeds that we plant, are covered by the grace of the Creator, of the Almighty, the All-Knowing, the Master Manifester. Truth that can be spoken in so many ways, but always remain truth. No matter what adversities we're facing, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it feels like, the truth that always remains. So taking some space and time to remind ourselves of that, and literally speaking to yourself, being with yourself and saying, listen, you are covered in grace. You are a reflection of God. That is what a child of God means. You are a reflection of God, of the reality of God. Also, it is our effort to transform our heart, soul, and body through the renewing of the mind. Body not only being this vessel, this physical body, but everything that we are affiliated with, all of our relations can be transformed by the renewing of our mind, by the remembrance and the renewing of our mind. Our soul, which is made up of our ideas, the way we think, the way we show up in life, the way we process life, can be renewed by the renewing of the mind, the remembrance of God, and our heart that shows up as peace that inner peace that many times we cannot explain, can be renewed. We can stand still. We can move away from those things that's happening in our lives. We can give a moment to ourselves just to remember. That is the purpose of this session. And I give thanks for you all choosing to spend time to do that. Because the more and more we do this individually, the more and more it supports the collective. The more peace you find, the more peace that you can reflect to your family. Just pay attention and notice how, as you are more peaceful, as you are more filled with faith and confidence and courage, your family will notice, your friends will notice. And listen, that we're not doing it for that, but just know, when God shows up, it's a light. And the natural God in us desires that light. When people feel sad, angry, resentful, guilty, shame, any of those things, they are at war with themselves and outside of themselves, because it is naturally our desire to experience and be peaceful, to experience abundance, healing. It is naturally what our being is going to reach for. And so when people see it through you, you already don't think you have to do so much and figure, how do I do this and show my, just be you, your highest self. Show up, accepting and allowing yourself to present yourself as your divine beings. And that will do the work on its own. That will do the work on its own. Sure. So today I have been inspired to introduce to some and revisit for others our chakras. I want to talk a little bit about our energy centers, because one of the most impactful ways to find your stillness as you're on your journey in this world is to breathe, visualize, exercise, cleanse your chakras regularly. Okay. It's not, there are services like the full chakra clearing that I do, or Reiki services that a lot of Reiki practitioners do. There are services that clear your chakras out very well. But please know that you have the capacity to cleanse your chakras daily in simple ways. And that's what I want to talk about today. One, the very notion, the very reality that we have energy centers, vortexes that are very likened to the vortexes that we find in the earth. If you've never studied vortexes in science, I would nudge you to study vortexes. What are vortexes, in the earth? Well, one of the phenomenons of a vortex in the earth is it produces gemstones, these beautiful stones that we tend to wear and we like to, wear as jewelry or carry with us. The vortexes produce these stones. And you can have a vortex that produce rose quartz. It can also produce in that same vortex, green opal, amethyst, some other quartz. Then you can have vortexes that produce tourmaline or jaspers. One vortex can produce a lot of rose quartz, heart chakra gemstones, while another vortex can produce a lot of root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus stones. I am explaining this because just as those energy centers are here on earth, we are walking formulations and reflections of Mama Earth. And so we have vortexes in our bodies that produce the same frequencies that are found in the earth. I wanted to explain it very briefly and short like that so that we can really see how amazing this thing we call God is, the reality of God. Okay, that's how I always say it, because I'd like to dismantle the cognitive dissonance when it comes to what we're talking about when we say God. It is a reality. It is truth. It is something that you can see reflected around you, but it's not something that you possess. It's not something that's separate from you. It can show up in items, it can show up in manifestations, but it's a reality that formulates in many different ways. And so I always take an opportunity to give thanks in every way that we can see God, and we can see God through the reflection of having energy centers ourselves. Those energy centers start at the bottom of your feet. The 7 main ones that many people know about, because there are hundreds of energy centers in your body, let's be clear. But the 7 main ones that many talk about start at the bottom of your feet and they go upward all the way to the top of your head, where the soft spot was when you were a child. And these wheels of energy spin like wheels in your body. The flow of energy spin like wheels in your body. When these chakras are spinning freely, vibrantly, you experience good feelings literally in the body. You experience what we consider to be positive or good thoughts and emotions. Your mindset is a little bit more positive and reflective of your divinity. You experience wellness. And exactly what wellness means. You experience wellness. When your chakras are sluggish, you begin to experience problems with your wellness or imbalances. And so you may feel it in your physical body, like for those who have throat chakra issues, may have throat issues. Those who have heart chakra issues may end up with heart or blood issues. Those who have sacral chakra or root chakra issues may end up with womb issues or digestive system issues. The chakras have a major role to play in your wellness. So this is the reason why I wanted to talk a little bit about them today, and then introduce a breathing exercise that could be considered to be a meditation as well, that can be simple for you to do every day, for you to make sure that your chakras are flowing and that you feel centered, you feel balanced, and ready to approach your journey, whatever that journey looks like. Many times we have much on our journey that can, one, separate us from the reality of our divinity, and two, impact our chakras. It can start in childhood. One prime example that I give when I teach the class that I teach, Parenting as a Spiritual Act, where I teach parents about the chakras and when the chakras are developing, so that they can understand child development from a deeper standpoint and support their children from the perspective of understanding that they are spiritual beings having a human experience as well. Is the example I give is that, when we call these babies, they're in their terrible twos. Around that time is when you begin to stifle our children. That's when we begin to stifle our children's voice, our children's enthusiasm, passion. Now, I'm not here to tell you to let your children run amok and do whatever they want to do, but it's a way. If we know better, we can do it a little bit better. That's the time when we introduce the word no to children. That's the time when the children first start to experience a little bit of fear and standoffish when approached by an authority figure or someone who they feel have some kind of power over them. And so if you know anything about chakras, you can imagine that during that period of time, which between the age of 2 and 3 is when children begin to develop their solar plexus. During that period in time is when some subconscious belief systems, feelings, and emotions can become embedded in that little person that can literally follow them all of their life, depending upon how severe it is, and depending upon if they ever had the opportunity to get to understand some of the things that they feel, some of the ways that they behave, and be able to have a level of inner healing. And so it is essential, beneficial, I'll say that. It is beneficial for us to, one, get to learn about the chakras. I'll mention right now that on my YouTube channel, I have a playlist that has videos about chakras. I'm also uploading a series that's called Journaling Through the Chakras, where you can journal through the chakras. It's following this guide that I really like. I've used it for years. It explains the chakras, it gives you meditations, it gives you other resources, and it gives you writing prompts. So if you want to learn more about chakras, definitely visit my YouTube channel and check out that playlist. A part of the videos is the series I did in 2018 or 19, 18 probably, or 17. I don't know. It might have been a minute ago. But I did a 30-day journey through the chakras, and I documented it. And then the next series is the one I'm uploading currently, following the guide, Journaling Through the Chakras. When we learn about our chakras, we can easily make it a lifestyle for us to breathe in ways that can open them up, simple ways. One being full breaths and holding those breaths for a few seconds, then releasing them very slowly out your mouth. Another breath being fire breaths, where you breathe in quickly through your nose and you breathe out quickly through your nose, and you do it for a period of time until you feel within yourself it's time for you to stop. I tend to like to pierce my lips instead of leaving it open sometimes because it helps me to slow my breath down. But you can also exhale with open mouth, which is very relieving. Just regulate the breath. Another way, a breathing pattern that helps to clear the chakra, is doing number patterns, like 4, 7, 8. Inhaling in 4 seconds, holding it for 7, exhaling for 8. Or where you can do the pattern 444. 444, I'm sorry, y'all. I got a teenager that's going about his social life. Don't let him ring the door. Okay, get finished. You about to go? Okay, good. Sorry, pause for the cause, y'all. 1 second. Real life here. Can you wave to my people? Y'all make great choices. All right, bye. teenage boys. Anybody else have teenagers in the room? Okay. So I went over the deep, deep, deep breath in and then slow breaths out. I went through the fire breaths. I went through the 4-7-8. You can also do the 4-4-4. Inhaling in for 4 seconds. Holding it for 4. And then exhaling for 4. So I'm going to take you through some of them during the meditation, but I just wanted to mention that one simple way to clear your chakras is breathing. We really underestimate the impact, the power of breathing, and the impact and detriment that that living our lives not properly breathing has on us and our chakras. It closes our chakras up. The chat room is open. Has anyone ever felt like your shoulders are just up by your ears until you take a deep breath, which almost was required in the moment, and then your entire, almost like your entire, all your shoulders, your arms just released? That very feeling that I feel like a lot of people have felt before, it's showing you how the energy becomes very stagnant and tight like this. So just how your shoulders feel, just imagine that your chakras begin to begin to happen to your chakras. So if you could just kind of have that consciously as you're going about your day and you begin to feel tension, if you feel it in your shoulders, sometimes you don't know, but you're holding energy in your forehead, you're clenching your jaws, you don't know it. That's why in meditation I say, drop your jaw. And you may feel in the meditations when I guide you that your jaw drops. And then I say, release the forehead, release the shoulders. And even though you may not be able to really, really feel it, when I say something like, even let your joints release. You may not feel it, but really when you have the notion to do so, or when you have the thought to do so, your joints release. Your organs can release and settle. Your heart can slow down. You have the capacity to do that by how you're thinking and how you're breathing. And speaking of the how you're thinking part, because there's meditation, especially meditation with visualization, that can really help with open up and clearing up the chakras as well. I was divinely inspired to do this talk today. I know it's a little different from my previous meditations, but I go by divine inspiration. So I pray that it's impactful for those who are tuned in. And I just want to mention again, to try your best to stay on for the entire session. I will not hold you for super long. This is the bulk of this session today, and I'm going to take you through a chakra clearing visualization meditation. But speaking of how you think and then how you breathe impacting your chakras, just think about it. When you're feeling real tight and closed up, it usually comes from a thought. True or no? It usually comes from a thought. A thought that may be a fear, it may be a doubt, it may be it's usually fear. It's usually fear. The root of it is usually fear. It may be sadness, it may be whatever it may be, but it's a thought. And so releasing the mind or releasing beliefs or thoughts can help you open up your chakras. For instance, if there's a person that you desire to reconcile with, or, communicate better with, or just communicate for a time just to get something accomplished, but you have this thought or belief that this person is not communicative, you can't talk to them, you're not going to get anything accomplished, they're not going to. Anybody know anybody like that? Anybody experience anybody like that? Well, if you have that thought in your mind, that belief in your mind, even though you may have every reason to believe it, even though it may be true, even though whatever, they may have exhibited behaviors that can help you, that have you feel that way. If you hold that thought in your mind, When it's time for you to actually have this conversation with them or build some kind of reconciliation so you can balance out the energy, you're going to be tense. You're going to be stressed. The chakras that need to be flowing in order to produce the energy to attract the reconciliation will not be flowing. And that's the heart chakra, the solar plexus, and the throat chakra. So your throat chakra closes up. So now you tend to you're listening to respond. You're not necessarily listening, or you're over talking, or you're under talking. You're not really expressing yourself. Your throat chakra is closing. Your heart chakra is closed. You want to control the situation. You want to control what the conversation is going to be. You want to control how it turns out. You want to control how they take it. You want to control, because your heart is not open. Your heart chakra is not open. You feel like you can't have a conversation. I don't know how to have a conversation. I don't think I have the right words. Your solar plexus is sluggish. This stuff is real. It's not something mystical. So before you, and this is just an example, because I can imagine I can give many more of when we have life situations that cause us to become a ball of tied up, knotted up energy. Right? So, but if you say, it is my heart desire, spirit is telling me it would be beneficial for my life, for my journey, for reconciliation to happen with this person, with this thing. If you breathe, offer a prayer, cover the conversation in grace, ask for guidance on what I should say, speak that the perfect words will come out of your mouth, speak that the person will hear you from a divine standpoint and that you will hear them from a divine standpoint. Speak that you will be guided when to speak and when to be quiet. If you pray that and you take your time and you cover that and you breathe, you're opening your chakras, you're opening your heart, you're stimulating your solar plexus, you're stimulating your throat chakra. If you open up your chakra with breath, you're settling yourself down, you're opening your heart. Trust me, that conversation goes way differently. Can anybody bear witness to it? I definitely can bear witness. As a matter of fact, I can bear witness to something similar from today. I always have a prayer about the meditation session. I always want to make sure that I'm coming from spirit. I'm not speaking from ego. And I just didn't have any specific inspiration. So I breathed and I began to offer a prayer. Give me the words to say. Let them come out naturally. Let me not have to think about it, plan it out, write it out, whatever. Let it come to me. And I started this session not knowing what we would talk about, not knowing anything. But I started it with trust and faith that something is going to come forward. Whatever it is that we are supposed to talk about and think about or know about or whatever today will come forward. And sure enough, soon as the screen came on, soon as I put up the meditation picture that I generally put up, I looked at the sister that's on that picture, and a divine inspiration came. And that divine inspiration is balance, center, finding your inner peace. And that evolved into how to cleanse your chakras, use the breath and visualization and meditation to make sure your energy centers are clear and open so that you can find and sustain your peace as you're going through this journey, so that you can be like water, my friends, so that you can be a sanctuary for God's work that's meant for you to walk out. Ashe, amen. I mean, y'all feel me? So I bear witness that if you just do simple breathing, simple meditation, and I'm about to go into a meditation that you can do simply, quick and simple way that you can use meditation and visualization to stimulate the chakras through color, through meditation, through breathing, and you can do it regularly. I invite you to try to do it every day. Try to do it every day. This session is recorded. Maybe if you need a little guidance through that type of meditation every day, you can utilize the replay of this session right here, just the meditation part, every day for a little while until you're accustomed to doing it. And I'm speaking from a place of something that I at some point notice that I do just naturally when I'm feeling tension. I naturally kind of begin to breathe. I begin to see the colors. I let the colors flow through my body. I let it come out the top of my head and come around me, those kind of things. And it brings me back to my light body. It brings me back to my center, back to my divinity, back to my power source, back to my poise, back to my foundation. Yeah. So, y'all ready for this meditation? I keep saying this is what we're going to do today. If so, go ahead and find yourself in a comfortable position. I hope that brief description about chakras was helpful, inspiring maybe. And I do invite you to learn more about them. Again, you can go to my YouTube channel. You can check out those videos. The document that I'm doing for the second series of the chakras, I don't mind sharing it. And so let me see, I might can share it on the Eventbrite, through Eventbrite. I will see if I can share it through Eventbrite. I'm just gonna share it with everybody anyway when I send the replay. But if not, if you're interested, once you go over, check out the videos, if you're interested in that document, just reach out to me, y'all. Some way, shape, or form, you ended up here because you're in contact somewhere with me. So just DM me, inbox me, email me, reply back to the Eventbrite email that you get, and I'll send you the document, no problem. And this is a document I use with my clients. I've used it for years. It's very impactful. I have found it to be very impactful. Nonetheless, let us find ourselves in a comfortable position, and we will go into the chakra clearing meditation with visualization. Okay. I'm going to turn off my video. You won't need to see me, but you will need to hear me. And I just ask that you find yourself comfortable, okay? Whether that's sitting up or laying down, find yourself comfortable. This is going to be a brief meditation, and then we'll close. Please try to stay for the entire meditation and closing so that we can seal up properly. Just start with the breath, connecting with your breath and your body. Take deep inhales in through the nose and release them through your mouth. Slow the breath down. Relax. Settle into the moment. Release all thought. Nothing to think about. Nothing to consider. Be empty. Be present. Be light. Relax. Relax your shoulders, your arms. Allow your hips to release. Feel your legs relaxing. Even feel your ankles and feet release. As you continue to breathe in through your nose, slowly exhaling out the mouth. Allow your entire body to release. Only focusing on the breath. Allowing all attachment to the outside world fall away. Connecting back with your original, natural, divine being. We come into this physical experience with no roles, no genders, no expectations, no rules. We come as divine beings with a divinely ordered path, with cosmic guidance and protection, with grace that stays with us throughout, no matter the dynamics of life. In this moment, that is all that you are. Divine, light, alive, breathing, creative, well, intelligent, intuitive, connected to a divine source of life force energy. The energy flows through your body from the bottom of your feet to the tip of your head. It flows around you in what we call our electromagnetic field. It radiates around your being. It flows through your veins. It pumps through your heart. It's voiced through your expressions and felt through your emotions. Divine life force energy. Creative energy. Healing energy. We call it God. It's not separate from us. It radiates through the earth, producing, creating. And just as the earth, it radiates through us. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it and release. As you release, visualize roots coming from the bottom of your feet, growing into the ground. Allow those roots to grow deep and wide in the earth. Every time you inhale, they grow deeper. When you exhale, they grow wider. See them pushing through the earth, creating a strong foundation. I visualize red light, warm, radiant, red light, flowing through those roots, up into your feet, up your legs, into your groin area. Red light. Roots deep and wide, radiating with red light, up through your feet, through your legs, up into your groin area. As you inhale, the red light grows. As you exhale, it centers into your root chakra. Affirm within yourself, I come into this physical plane with all of divine intelligence I need to guide me on my path. And this path is divine, divinely ordered. And as I take divine guidance, I will be divinely protected and always divinely provided for. I affirm that no matter how it looks, how it feels, I will stand firm in faith that I am always divinely protected and divinely provided. I am a divine being, rooted and grounded in the reality of God, life force energy, the creative flow of life. Take a deep breath in, deep, deep, deep. Hold it. Open your mouth and relax. Now, visualize a small orange light growing in your belly area. Every time you inhale, it grows a little. When you exhale, it centers in your belly. Allow that orange light to grow. Warm orange light. Growing in your belly, radiating through your body. As it radiates, affirm that just as my creator, I am a creator. I am creative. And my guidance come through my feelings, my emotions, my vibrations that comes from my center, the belly. I affirm that I welcome and trust my gut feelings. I affirm that I honor my emotions, but I do not allow them to control me. I accept that I am a sense being, so I feel, I see, I hear. I am sensual. And I also affirm that I strive to allow only the highest of myself behave from my emotional center. Allow that orange light to grow in the belly. clearing out any insecurity when it comes to who you are, what you are, and releasing any emotions that has come with the journey of being who you are and what you are. You are divine. You are creative. You are sensual. You are complex. You are emotional. And you are divine. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, release. Relax. See that orange light traveling up towards the chest, centering right below the breastbone. I see a sun growing in the center of you at your solar plexus area. This is your light. This is your ashe. This is your power. Allow it to grow. Yellow sunlight energy radiating from the center of you, shining from the front and through the back. Your power, your ashe. The vibration people feel when you are around. The confidence you walk with your head high. The courage that you continue your journey with, even when you feel afraid or you're tired. Allow that sunlight energy to grow. And as it grows, allow it to purify any notion that you are not amazing in your very being. Allow it to purify, release all fear of doing what you have been led to do, of living out your visions and dreams, of speaking your truth. Take a deep breath in, allow that sunlight to grow. Press the breath out the mouth. Clearing out all tension and inviting your power back. We're going to take a moment here to engage in a few fire breaths. Take your right hand, place it on your solar plexus, right below your chest and above your navel. And when you're ready, join me inhaling quickly in through the nose and exhaling quickly through the nose. We'll do a few fire breaths just to heat up that solar plexus and get that power stimulated. Let's make this the last fire breath. Hold. Relax. Radiating your light. Feel the heat flowing through your body. Feel the energy flowing through your body. This is the energy that attracts and it protects. This is the energy that purifies and it spreads pure, positive energy. Relax, become one with that energy. No need for thought, just be. Just be. Be light. Take your hand, place it on your heart, your right hand, place it on your heart. Enjoy the feeling of being light. Allow your heart to be light. Knowing that you are a powerful, divine being, grounded, rooted in divinity, rooted in divine guidance, divine protection, divine providence, creative at nature, with the ability to feel, with the blessing of gut feelings, with the power of emotions, with the self-confidence so that you can only emote those things that are a vibrational match to your highest being. Allow your heart to be light, acknowledging that there's nothing to fear, no need for worry, doubt, shame. Be light. Right hand on your heart, allowing yourself to feel light as a feather. On the next inhales and exhales, open your throat. When you exhale, exhale from the back of your throat. Open your mouth, extend your tongue, like you're saying, ah. Deep inhales. Clearing out the throat chakra. If it feels comfortable to you, more comfortable, you can actually make a sound like you're saying ah. 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 Or you can exhale with the hum, opening the throat. Mm. Mm. Open the throat. Mm. Relax. Moving into your first eye chakra. As you relax, visualize an eye in the middle of your forehead. See the eye, middle of your forehead, looking around. Divine vision, divine insight. The insight needed for your path. Clarity. In stillness and quiet, with no thought, no words. Clarity reveals itself. You can see the divine guidance implants into your being. See the eye. As you inhale, it opens. As you exhale, it closes. On the next inhale and exhale, allow the eye to close and relax. Lastly, as we get to our crown, visualize all of your being, your whole body, filling up with white light, pure, shining, vibrant, electric light, flowing through your veins, pumping through your blood, radiating below your feet, around your feet, flowing through your legs, up your spine, white light, radiating through your chest, going up through your throat, into the brain, up, out, top of your head, white light. Allow that white light to go up into the atmosphere, up into the universe, connecting with cosmic energy, cosmic light, white light, all around you, radiating from your very being. See it radiating through you, up through the top of your head, into the atmosphere, into the universe. White light. This is your crown and glory. This is your power. This is your merge with oneness, the oneness of life. Outside of those thoughts and belief systems is actually truth. That all is one, all is God, all is light, all is energy, and all is always well. There are cycles and seasons, ebbs and flows, but your crown and glory is the wealth of wellness. Wellness that includes abundance. Wellness that includes healing, love, joy, enthusiasm, inspiration, comfort, appeasement. Bring that white light back down through the top of your head into your heart. Allow it to center into your heart. Let it rest in your heart. White light. And as you continue to breathe, allow the light to settle in. Allow it to grow smaller, 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 until you see it no more. Allowing it to become you. You are that light. See yourself. See yourself as a divine, beautiful, powerful being. Only you know what that looks like. Only you know what that feels like. Be there. Be that in this moment. Beautiful, peaceful, poised, powerful, progressive, creative, loving and loved, patient, faithful, resilient. Be that divine light. It is your birthright. And believe it or not, all it takes is for you to accept it, allow it, submit to it. Take a deep breath in through your nose and release it through your mouth. We're going to do that 2 more times. Deep breath in and release it through your mouth. 1 more time. Deep breath in and release it through your mouth. Give me thanks for the moment. Be here in the moment. Relax. Come back to yourself, to who you are in this physical plane. Giving thanks for life. Giving thanks for all of your visions and dreams. All of the things that have become responsibilities in your life, your roles. And give it thanks for clarity and remembrance of who you are and what you are. You are not your roles and responsibilities. You are a divine being of light. Ashe. Amen. I mean. At your own pace, you can come back to the present moment. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. Give yourself a little stretch. And when you're ready, you may sit up if you're laying down, or you may continue to lay down as we close. We'll move into our closing for today. Being very proudful that that meditation with visualization was impactful for you. I don't know about you all, but I saw so many beautiful visions as I flowed through the meditation and used my own visualization while I guided. I could see the light radiating through me and up through my head into the universe. I could feel the connectivity to such a powerful energy that creates worlds, that energizes the soil and all of those different things. So I pray it was impactful for you. If you had any difficulty with that meditation, with any of the visualization, practice. Something that has helped me is to look at pictures. So I may type in pictures of radiating being, pictures of, roots growing into the earth, pictures of orange light growing. You will be surprised what you can find. Because once you see it, you see a few examples of it, then it can be a little bit easily channeled in your consciousness when you're doing your visualizations and meditations. That's one of the strategies I've taught in some meditations class that I've done is view images to help you to do visualization. It's like viewing, if you want money, view large sums of money so you can see it. Go and, put it in your hand so that when you're doing your prosperity meditations, you can visualize it. You can visualize what it looks like. But giving thanks for that moment, we give thanks. We give thanks. I'm gonna close. So that is the meditation that I am proposing that you use ever so often to help clear out your chakras. It doesn't have to be as slow and drawn out as I did it. You can make it short, but I wanted to take you through some of the visualizations, like visualizing roots growing into the ground, red light stemming up your leg, orange light growing in the belly, sunlight growing in the middle of your chest, your solar plexus, heart light as a feather, taking you through the throat breathing, the throat humming, let you see the visualization of an eye, see the visualization of white light flowing through the body and coming out of your crown chakra and um, surrounding you. So I wanted to take you through that meditation so you can know how to do it. So you can either, if you have time, go through a guided meditation like the one I just presented, or you can just do your own quick mind. Usually, if I'm just getting myself prepared for the day and I'm just feeling like I need to open up, I'll just quickly visualize the roots going down. Then I just shoot white light going through all of my chakras. If I have a specific chakra I want to really stimulate for that day, I'll focus there. I'll do the fire breath, if it's the solar plexus, or see the sunlight coming through. So I hope that was helpful. I pray that was helpful. Pray that was helpful. All right. Per usual, I want to leave you with the word for the week. A word. Here's a word for the week for us to take with us. For us to take with us. It says, remain inside as the inside itself. Don't hold this thought that you are journeying towards the beloved, because strangely, that endorses and intensifies the sense of separation. What you are searching for is actually what you can never be apart from, a paradox. Remain inside as the inside itself. Don't hold this thought that you are journeying towards the beloved, because strangely, that endorses and intensifies the sense of separation. What you are seeking for is actually what you can never be apart from, a paradox. Ashe. From Muji, book White Fire, one that I have pulled from for the last few sessions. We give thanks for the moment. I'll close with our close. Thank you for those who stayed on the entire time. I see some new names. So in the chat room, let me know if you're new and how you enjoyed the experience. I'm going to close out with just a prayer, just to seal up. We give thanks for this moment. We give thanks for our divine beingness, and we give thanks for our power and our ability to heal, our ability to create, the privilege to create, the blessing that is that we experience healing and wellness just by grace, unmerited favor, just by grace, just by the favor of the reality of God. So we really give thanks just for our being today. May we continue to walk in our being. May our energy centers stay open. May we continue to be a worthy vessel. May we take care of our vessel through breathing, through meditation. May we continue to do that. May it become our lifestyle. May it not be work to us. May it just become a regular way of us being, of us honoring our being, honoring the privilege of our being. Ashe, we give thanks. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Oh, amen. Amen. So it is. All right. So if you enjoyed this, please share your experience with others. Let them know what you're doing. at 1 o'clock on a Sunday. This is free and family friendly, as you see. Once you have the link, guys, the link doesn't change. It's the same link. It is a recurring link. And so once you have the link, it's the link. So you can save that and tune in 1 o'clock every Sunday for a divinely inspired word that helps you to expand your consciousness towards divinity and remind yourself of who you are as divine beings. Remind yourself of absolute truth, no matter what is portrayed. This is truth. And in a day where fear is so rampant and the unknown is so rampant, and really fear is the main one, but also we have sadness and anger as well. Three of the core emotions of a being, it's so rampant. I would venture to say at 222, I would venture to say this period of time, an hour and a half of just taking some time out to expand our consciousness is powerful. It's valuable, it's invaluable, it's priceless, and it's necessary. I would venture to say that. That's just my humble opinion. And I give thanks for being inspired to host something like this. And I have fully enjoyed it, thoroughly enjoyed it, and very grateful that you all are enjoying it with me. So do share with people who who may be interested in this, or you may not know if they're interested or not, but you feel like they could benefit from it. Share this experience with them. Let them know they can tune in. And thank you for those who joined who are new here. I hope you enjoyed it. And if I don't see you anytime before next Sunday, I pray I see you next Sunday on the line. Thank you, Ebony. Thank you so much. Give thanks. Give thanks. It was awesome. Thank you, Brandy. Give thanks. Me and my husband. Okay, you and hubby. Well, hello. Greetings to Brandy and hubby. Give thanks for you all joining today. I pray that it is, and will be very beneficial for you as you travel throughout this week. And full joy your week this week, y'all. Full joy your week. Full joy your week. Taking your divinity with you, knowing that it's always with you. It's always with you. It's protecting you. It's comforting you. It's guiding you. Sometimes you have to sit. Most times, you got to sit down and be with it. Because a lot of times we don't sit and be with it. Sit down, or you don't have to sit down. You can be in the middle of your workday, in the middle of a situation, but challenge yourself to be with your divinity, be with that stillness, be with that peace, be with that power, okay? So that it can guide and steer the situation. Lower yourself so that God can be raised up through you, okay? Ashe, ashe, ashe. Oh, all right, y'all. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Peace and love. Peace, love, and light. Peace.